What's up everybody? Welcome back to the P Life channel. My name is Pete, and if you're new here, give us a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We have lots of wonderful content coming to the channel this summer. We'd love to see you there. So for a modern 911, the 911T is probably the most old school and mechanical feeling 911, obviously other than the 911R and the GT3 Touring Pack. And lots of this is actually due to the package that you actually get with the manual transmission. Things like the limited slip differential, the torque vectoring system, and a lot of the chassis bits which truly connect you to the car and the drivetrain. But really, to add an even greater element of feel, I chose to install some super high quality manual race pedals. These are from SRP Racing or Sullivan Racing products. You can see the link down below. So I actually had similar pedals to these in a BMW 335 manual a long time ago, and they're truly transformative in terms of the pedal feel, in terms of the driving dynamics of the car. And actually they look pretty dope too. Much better than the little teeny rubber ones that come stock from Porsche. Porsche, come on, if you're listening, you can do better. SRP has a lot of different designs, but the one I chose is one of the most popular styles, and a few minor tweaks. And I'd like to give a huge thanks to Brian Sullivan for custom fabricating these pedals. I actually love these pedals. So these pedals should work for all 991.2 Porsche 911s, so years 2013 through current. You really should check them out. So these are the Porsche factory manual pedals. You can see that they have these rubber covers on, basically all four pedals including the dead pedal. Even though Porsche gets the driving position and the seating position basically spot on, there's a couple of issues here. The first is that this gas pedal is a little bit too low compared to the brake, so it makes it very, very difficult to match up kind of your heel. Also, if you have a big shoe, just like me, size 13 over here, in particular, if you're not wearing driving shoes and you have a big sole, it's a little bit tricky getting it to actually land on the gas pedal. And because of the height difference, it's physically impossible to actually do a heel toe just using the side of the foot right here. So just kind of pressing in the clutch, downshift, and then pressing the brake, and then trying to get the heel in here and flick the gas pedal. It's very, very difficult. Ideally, what you'd like to do is kind of get after it this way, but considering that it's inset probably, I don't know, about an inch, and there's no lip here in order for the side of your foot to grab, it makes it remarkably difficult to try to do. I ordered the black anodized pedals with the pyramidal shape, and then I actually asked them to machine down the face of these, so you've got this rough aluminum type finish. And I actually wanted the gas pedal a little bit smoother, so you can maneuver your your heel and then the side of your foot on this heel toe extension quite easily. But I think they actually came out pretty stunning. So I wanted a little bit more mechanical grip on the dead pedal right here, so your foot doesn't slide off, when you're taking high G turns. And I also wanted some more grip, particularly on the clutch and the brake pedal. So how this was accomplished, and when I talked to Brian over at SRP, who's the guy that actually fabricates all these pedals, we made a decision that we were going to machine these a little bit less, so that the base of what was the pyramids protrude a little bit more, and you get a little bit more grip. Why is there 4 gas and clutch pedals? Well, the real reason is we didn't know how the 991.2 whether the bolts would go on different pieces of the pedals over there, that basically the screws wouldn't be able to fit through all the way because of the way that it mounts onto the actual post. And so he was actually really nice. He didn't charge me extra, but he he machined a couple of different options here. So he's got this 4 screw pattern, and then he's got like a lower 3 screw pattern and a little bit higher one. First thing you want to do is uninstall these rubber covers from the clutch pedal and the brake pedal. They come off pretty easy. It looks like this one is some kind of polymer. and this one is metal. So I'm using some double-sided 3M tape just so I can actually mount the pedal onto the stock dead pedal and gas pedal, so that it doesn't, you know, slip and slide out of place. So I'm doing the drilling. So now everything is marked up with tape. What you want to do is you want to just stick your finger behind the pedal to make sure that the bolt is going to clear in each one of the spots. And time to drill some holes. And you want to be really precise because otherwise the bolts are going to be offset. Increase the speed on this. Drilling through metal for the brake pedal. I'm going to take the tape off the back and put these screws. So now we're going to elevate the gas pedal by putting 2 washers in the top 2 screws and then one of these thinner black ones in the bottom 2 screws. The best way to line up the washers is you put them in the back of these 2 bottom holes as you line up these 2 holes without screws in them. Slip the washers on the back. Subsequently, once you get these to bite into the plastic, you can slide the other 2 over these 2 screws, insert them in, and then hand tighten them. So now you want to use your 9mm wrench to go around the bolt and nut in the back. And then they provided this Allen key so that you can tighten in the front. So for this last bolt, you need a regular wrench because the socket wrench doesn't fit. The tolerance is a little bit too tight. There it is. Voila, all set. Looks freaking badass. Can't wait to drive it. So as you can see, these pedals have a much bigger surface area than the little rubber thing, and they're much stiffer, so that transmits a lot of the vibrations and the pressure from the brakes. So you do get a lot of feedback with these. In addition, I had mentioned earlier that, you know, the gas pedal stock is actually a little bit inset from the brake, making it difficult to do the heel toe. But as you can see here, you've got this heel toe extension, which is actually polished in this particular one, making it particularly easy, especially with the washers bringing the pedal closer to the brake, to do, you know, heel toe shifting with just kind of the side of your foot. And even with these kind of huge meat pancakes that I have, size 13, you know, just even one washer is enough difference to do a really rapid heel toe pedal action on the side. So again, this improves both lateral and kind of actual posterior heel towing, and even despite the fact that I'm wearing regular gym shoes with a very thick sole on the bottom, it's much less intrusive. And this also adds a really nice non-slip surface to the clutch. You can really feel the engagement. You can feel the disc actually slipping and engaging. Really truly wonderful. I gotta hand it to Brian for making some really nice pedals. And then the dead pedal, and I don't know if you can notice this, but this actually has different machining on each one of these to provide kind of custom levels of grip. So this being the most slippery, having really nice grip on the clutch and the brake, and then the most amount of grip on the dead pedal. So once you're actually in full lateral G's, doing cornering maneuvers and stuff like that, this foot doesn't tend to slip off. So that concludes today's install. All in all, it was about an hour, plus kind of messing around and filming a little bit, but I hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you next video.